Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in Szpakowo, Poland. I'm already in my Lada preparing to do some moving around. Oh. Alright, I'm sorry. I just thought I was way closer to the trailer. In any case, yeah, we're gonna be doing some moving around today. And mostly we're gonna be making a good little conclusion to the series. So first of all, I'm gonna go to the vehicle shop and get a pallet of liquid fertilizer because I want to go in the vineyard to spray some fertilizer for our vines, for the vines that are gonna grow. And while I'm on my way to the shop, I'll take a pallet of wool, whatever we have, and I'm gonna sell it to the spinnery. So yeah, everything is fine with the animals. There's nothing major to report. Let's get this pallet on. Yeah, this is an amazing piece of kit, this skid steer. Right, when we come back, we're gonna unload the liquid fertilizer, and then I have to put the Lada, excuse me, while I focus on this. I'm gonna have to put the Lada on the horse trailer and we're gonna go and sell it. We do have a buyer and we're gonna take it straight to the animal dealers so they can have a veterinarian check the horse named Uther, which is almost 2 years old, I think, by now. And I crashed straight into the skid steer. And I broke the lights. Nice! What a way to go, huh? What a way to end. So yeah, without any further ado, I'm gonna see you down at the shop. Such a beautiful misty morning. Yeah, I hope you're gonna miss videos from this place, because yeah, it was a lot of fun making this series. And I think we achieved a lot. We haven't found all the, what are they called, lottery tickets, and we also didn't find all the missing mail. So yeah, it was quite a thing. Let's go and unload this wool. Alright, so a proper 1,953 for the wool. Now let's go and visit Mr. Ben. If he could kindly sell us a pallet, an IBC of liquid fertilizer, as we're gonna need it. Yeah, but living in this place is really like he would step in a different era. in a completely different time where people are living high-tech and quickly. Life here is pretty slow and easy and chill, except when you gotta do stuff before the rain starts falling or something like that. And this is a beautiful Mercedes. Maybe next time, maybe in a few years. Thank you, Ben. Right, so 3,200 euros later, we got a pallet of liquid fertilizer. This is gonna come in very handy, I think. So let's try and load it with this tiny loader. I'm guessing it's gonna have some issues because of the weight. I believe in you. I believe in you. Alright, so far so good. Let's take it easy over the curb. Ah, it's already tipping. Oh. Oh, come on. Come on, let's get you down. Get down. Yeah, they really should have a bigger, stronger IBC here. I mean, not IBC. Bigger and stronger handler. Alright. Gonna be quite well if I can actually drop it. Awesome. Little Schaefer did good. This is not the best idea to have so much weight loaded all the way at the back. So I'll just take that into account when I'm driving, because it might start lifting my rear axle in the car. It feels like it's dragging. Oh, the side ain't up. Alright. Yeah, I thought something was wrong. In any case, I'm gonna see you back at the farm. So I'm driving to the farm and I'm looking at the weeds poking out. Or am I wrong? Okay, I'm wrong. This is actually part of the grassland. Never you mind. No weeds. The fields look surprisingly well maintained. No weeds, no nothing. Everything seems to be growing as it should. Alrighty. And you know what? We're gonna need this fertilizer to put it on the vineyard. So why don't we take it straight down and fill the sprayer out of this IBC. Yeah, that might be a good plan. Now the thing is, I probably can spray without needing to be cultivated first. This is just my train of thought. I'm gonna do a small little row and then gonna see, oh, this is already half full, almost. Well, just over a third full with fertilizer. Right, well, let's take it into the vineyard and let's see how far we get with this. We might even finish the whole field. Well, what do you know? I seem to have forgotten from the previous years that I have enough fertilizer to go up and down the whole field. So now that that's taken care of, the only thing that needs to be done is I gotta do some cultivating, and yeah, that's gonna be everything for field work wise for this year, I think. So yeah. Oh, could just do this. I ain't gonna use this today. Alright, so let's move to the next order of business. Which is we gotta take the fertilizer off the trailer, and then I have to take Mr. Uther to the animal dealers, where we are gonna sell him to a lovely young lady who always wanted a horse, and yeah, her parents are buying her a horse, and it's gonna be a nicely well-behaved horse named Uther. Alright, so we have some fertilizer here, 66 liters, and we got herbicide, 28 liters. Alright. Luckily we don't need much fertilizer, I mean herbicide this year. We need fertilizer every year. Alright, so I wonder how it's gonna behave with all the weight. Yeah, no issues. No issues whatsoever. Awesome. Alright, so I'm gonna put this under here. Can I even fit this? I think I can actually. Nope. Okay, so it's gonna have to be in front of that. I gotta remember next time that I'm gonna use liquid fertilizer, I gotta take the pallet from the back. Okay, time to change the trailers. Now this ladder should be plenty capable of towing the horse trailer, so I'm not too worried about taking it on the field, on the road. Oopsie, gotta take it easy. Whoa, 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 Charlie. You got a death wish or something? Don't walk in front of the car. Yeah, I know you're not used to cars, but still, kid. Behave. Is there something wrong? Oh. I have a tire touching the pillar. Which means I got reverse a bit. Thankfully there's enough space behind the trailer. Okay, and this should be us out. Yeah. Alright, before we load Mr. Uther, let's find him and let's brush him down. Here you are. Beautiful horse. Let's get you all freshened up. Alright, come on, beautiful. Let's get you on the trailer. Yeah, a good horse. Alright, we got you nicely secured, all fastened in, so you should be well protected for the road. Let's see if everything is closed up correctly. Okay, good on this side and good on this side. And let's slowly go. No sudden movement. It's funny, this is, I think, the second time I'm ever using this trailer since I got it. The first time was when we brought two horses over here, Miss Jasmine and Mr. What's the male horse's name? The stallion. Can't seem to remember. Yeah, I gotta look it up. Mr. Garris. So yeah, the first time we brought Mr. Garris and Miss Jasmine here with this trailer, and now it's the second time that we're taking one of their foals, and that's plenty grown up by now, but yeah, we haven't used this trailer much. Oh, see you down at the dealers. Alright, well, here you are, Mr. Uther, your first stop for today, and probably not the last one. So yeah, you've been a good horse, and I really hope life treats you well, and we'll see you around. I hope we get to visit you sometime. Alright, 2,386 for Mr. Uther. And I really do hope he went into a beautiful new home where he's gonna be loved, appreciated, and well taken care of. Alright, let me check something. There seems to be a weather forecast for rain at about noon, and then it's gonna be cloudy for the rest of the evening. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna arrange for an ambulance to bring my great uncle over, and I'm gonna show him around the farm what I've done with the place. Hope he likes it. Hope he doesn't have a stroke, or he doesn't have a fallout with from rage of what I've done with his house, because I actually tore it down and build a whole new one. Well, yeehaw. I think I'm just gonna have to suck it up if he's not happy. So yeah, I'll take this trailer back and we'll probably see you tomorrow midday. Well, hello everybody. So we are in June. And I am waiting for my uncle to arrive. In the meantime, while I wait for him, let's go and have a quick little drive to our pond and just enjoy a beautiful morning. It's sunny, it's 18 degrees. Everything seems to be perfect. The cows are screaming, as they should. Okay, let's go listen to the rabbit, not the rabbits, and the rabbit, the frogs. And while we are at it, listening to our frogs, oh, look at that, the interest rate is 4%. Wow, that went up. I think we started with 3.5. In any case, it's time to pay off the rest of our loan. So let's try and make that happen. Alright, so let's make a special redemption of 86,217 euros. Pay. Look at that. We got 0 loans, everybody. We made it. And we still have 11 grand in the bank account to live on. And of course the tourism side is working overtime to make everything good and plentiful for us in the future. And I love this site. Alrighty, I think that's my cue. I think the uncle has arrived. Yeah, it's so very helpful that the local nursing community actually provides patient transfers, even for non-medical reasons, if you plan well advanced and if, of course, their capacity is not used up. Alrighty, let's park here where we are well out of the way, and let's go meet the uncle. Alrighty, so I can tell you with pleasure that Great Uncle loved what I've done with the place. We didn't have much time, but yeah, we We sure did have a lot to talk about, and he was very happy. And I'm also very happy because, you know, this is my project in the end, but it's still his place, it's his farm, it's where he grew up, where he poured his life into, and, you know, it's good to see that it's well accepted. So, to conclude this series, we're gonna make a walkthrough through what we've done to the place. I might even do some recordings on before and after, so you have a bit of a comparison that we really started from the bottom and now we're here. Started from the bottom and now the whole team's effing here. Okay, well, in any case, yeah, this is the house where we live in. Has a beautiful front courtyard. It's a typical Polish house, and it was built brand new. So we actually demolished the old house because it was not salvageable. It was a wooden house, and it was all rotten inside because it was left abandoned for too long. So yeah, we have nice benches, we have beautiful flowers and garden plots and whatnot. We even have a root cellar. There's a bit of a clothes rack here. And here at the back, nothing exceptional. But when we come here, we have some wood for heating the place up. And of course some equipment to chop said wood. We got a well here, which I ended up not using much. The old pooper back there, that's not really in use, but I didn't take it away because... and of course we have our doghouse for Mr. Charlie. Over here is one of the fields that we started with. This one was cultivated and harvested regularly, and it gave off a good yield. So yeah, then we come to the old barn. As you can see, there's still some growth going through the roof and through the sides of it, and of course a board missing here and there. And now here is the Zetor 25K. This is the tractor that was already on the farm. So this is a proper vintage, a proper thing. Just listen to this engine. It's a good rhythm machine. Okay, so in order for us not to smoke ourselves to death, this is a potato planter that was already on the farm. Grain box we bought later on, and this wheelbarrow was also on the farm. There's a bit of old equipment. This looks like an engine of some sort. I don't know what it was used for, but yeah, it's here. And then this is our bale storage. We got alfalfa bales now and hay bales, which is beautiful. We got some straw for bedding when we need it. This was a good trailer, actually, that we could use on our ATV. And this was a mower that we started mowing our grassland with. And I honestly can't remember if it was already on the farm or not. I'm actually not sure about this. So we come to another building. This is the workshop. This has been here when we came. And this is a beautiful Renault we restored. It's a bit dirty, but yeah, we actually got it working. And this one was also on the farm already. We have our surveying equipment that we used to do some landscaping with. And we have this garage that was also part of the farm, and our trusty Lada that we came here with. Yeah, this is a car and a half. I don't think I'll ever park with it. And a car trailer. And if we scooch through the undergrowth over here, we see the manure spreader that we never used. I don't even know if it's still working or not. But it's been parked here for God knows how long. This is our rock dump. This is a vintage combine. Not in working order. But yeah, got some stuff here. And this is an old, very old silo, which is also much too rotten for us to use. And over here, you can have a look at our fuel tank, which is currently completely empty. 000 liters. Yeah, I still haven't ordered fuel. I gotta sort this out before I go without. And this is our tether. And this is our roller that pushes seeds in the ground and basically seals up the soil. Alright, so one of the main things that I really loved about this farm is the entrance road. So for us in order to not walk for too long, let's take this. Let's go have a bit of a drive through. So yeah, when I first came here, I did want to do primarily farming and possibly restoring the farm, but a bit later on an idea occurred that this could possibly be a tourist attraction or a tourist place, or a tourism farm, whatever you want to call it, but basically a place where people can come and get out of the city life and experience some beautiful peace and quiet and hang out with animals. So these were my two main concerns: that it's a nicely peaceful place and that there are plenty of animals people can interact with, get to know them, pet them, and so on. So yeah, when tourists come, they are greeted with this sign this way and a beautiful wheelbarrow with the flowers. And we got our potato harvester, the old one, which done us pretty good. And then you come to the entrance to the tourist section, which is over here. So one of the first things we built here for tourists is this utility hut. This one has all the amenities. There are toilets inside, there are showers inside, of course the trash bins, flowers, fresh milk from the cows, and some bikes people can take for a ride. And if you go through here, you come to a nice little spa place. Just look at this. Yeah, I could see myself if I was a city boy lying here. And if you're here in the night, there's a light over there, so you can be here and you can look at the stars and look at the moon. It's a beautiful thing. Then we built this gazebo, which is meant for people to hang around. They can prepare some food. There are two grills. One is charcoal grill and one is a gas grill. And of course a few pieces of decorations here and there. Of course a fire pit, you gotta have that. Bird bath. We actually planted an apple tree over here so people can take some apples. And this is the birch we planted, I think the last. And these are 5 houses that tourists can use. I think this first one is empty, so we can have a look inside. Yeah, they're neatly decorated. They have a very nice view down the farm. In between each of these houses there's a cherry tree, and there are lights mounted down the path, so it looks very nice in the evening. Okay. Don't worry, we're gonna come back to the cows. So when you come down to the end of this, you get to our pond. This was one of the latest additions to the farm, to the place. And yeah, we got some frogs. I almost said rabbits again. There are birch trees growing, so there is a shade. Look at that, a frog. And beautiful lotus flowers. So yeah, this is a place where people can hang around and just relax a bit. I think it's a very nice piece of land. And if we take a bit of a drive, we're gonna come to a meadow that was our savior, our main source of food for the animals for a very long time, and the bane of my existence. I was trying to make hay out of this field for 6 years, I think, before I actually successfully made some decent amount of hay. Yeah, this was... I still have flashbacks to all those 6 years. Every time I start doing some hay work, I get flashbacks on how many times we failed at that. Alright, so we come back to our first animal pen that we built. This is the cow pen. Of course, there's a water point here. The water is taken straight from the underground and it's pumped basically in circles so we can fill it up, and also the guests can use it for whatever purpose they want. Let's say hi to our cows. So 3 of them are Spike, Tom and Jerry, and because one of you viewers suggested that and I loved the idea. The only problem is all cows that you see here are ladies, so yeah, they are kind of wrongly named, and 2 of them don't really have a name. So yeah, very well behaved Highland cattle, and they're just a good attraction. Farm-wise, they're also a good source of manure, as we have used that to power our greenhouse. The manure gets stored over there in that bunker. So the second animal building that was put up is this Ochin. This is sheep and goat pen. And yeah, we have a bunch of sheep now, but we started with 4. Look at that happy face. Are you in a food coma? Are you? Yeah, I'd be in a food coma too if I were you. Enjoying the sun. Okay, I'm sorry. In any case, yeah, we started with 4 sheep, 3 ladies and 1 ram. And yeah, I was just trying to think of remember the name of the ram. The ram's name is Sheer Luck, like sheer in hi sir, like sheer in you know, cutting the wool off. And there are 3 other ladies, Cupcake, Daisy and Marshmallow. Hey, look at that, we have new goats. Hiya baby, welcome. Yeah, I adore these beautiful creatures. And yeah, we got 2 adult goats. One is a goat and one is a ram. I don't know if it's called a ram, but yeah, male and female, and they're making all kinds of offspring that we were happily taking to the animal dealers to live their lives somewhere else, because we didn't want to overcrowd anything. Right, so next up we have 3 horses: Miss Jasmine, Mr. Uther, and Mr. Garius. Excuse me, Uther was taken away and sold to a beautiful family. And I can't really remember what the last horse's name is, because he's only been with us for a short amount of time. But yeah, the horses, they are Palomino breed. Now I'm not exactly sure which came first. Was it the pig pen or was it this? But I think it was this greenhouse where we grow lettuce and tomatoes. It's also heated, so it can be used throughout the year. And primarily we need water, which gets stored in here and then delivered over there and sprayed over. And there's a good thing, because the roof, or whatever rain comes on the roof, it gets stored in these tanks. So water wise, we only had to deliver water a few times, and we also had to deliver manure to keep the fertilizer going. Yeah, in the meantime we built this vineyard. There was nothing here before, only a meadow like this side. And yeah, we have a vineyard which we produce around 6,000 liters of grapes each year. And we do that with the vintage tractor and with the vintage, well, self-made harvesting trailer. And people who are staying here, the tourists, can sign up and help with the harvest. I was just checking if I could see any grapes growing already, and I think I can't. Not yet. Probably soon. Alrighty, and now we come down to the pig pen, the pigsty. The veterinarian is on his way. He's gonna come over and check why these two can't breed no more, because we got 2 healthy bunch of piglets out of them, but for some reason they have some issues now, and we're gonna have to sort that out. But yeah, this was a nice little pigsty. And of course we built a few sheds. We bought a bunch of machinery. So we bought a windrower, a subsoiler, this beautiful class baler. We got a planter, we got a seeder at the back, and of course the snowblower, because the winters here are obnoxiously hard. Then we come to the shed with the vineyard equipment, the pruner, sprayer, subsoiler, mulcher, and harvesting trailer. And at the back we have a bale trailer, we have a corn header over there, which can also be used to harvest sunflowers. We have a nice class harvester. It's a vintage model, I think it's more than 50 years old. And we have Agromet Pioneer potato harvester, which we haven't used for a few years now. And then there's a trailer to transport pigs, because we really can't fit them all in the small trailer, or it would mean that we would have to make 4 trips to the dealer every time we try to sell the piglets, which is not acceptable. I also love that oak tree. Actually put it in the ground. It was like 15 centimeter high. Look at it now. Tremendous. Okay, and then we come back to this place. This shed we built from the ground up. We brought all the materials, and this shed is full of nice things. So we have our grape processing unit over here to make wine. Few barrels, few crates. We have a gorgeous Zetor 10 111. Yeah, this one has an exceptionally good turning circle, so I love it. A big mower at the back, seed, big back handler, and the newer Zetor, because I decided in the end that I want to go with one brand farm as much as I can, and Zetor actually makes quite good equipment, so yeah, I was happy to do that. And we have a skid steer over here, which is Massey Ferguson, because we couldn't get a Zetor one. Fertilizer spreader, sprayer, we got herbicide, we got fertilizer, and we got solid fertilizer at the back. So yeah, this is our crib. This is where all the magic happens. On this side we got animal transport trailers, one for horses and one for the other types of animals. These are two flat tires that we actually broke in the field. And we got two trailers for transporting goods. The one on the right is better for seed and stuff like that, or grains. And the one on the left is very good for transporting potatoes because it has a running floor, but it doesn't have tipping capacity. So yeah, this is... oh yeah, of course, I forgot the silos. Yeah, we got 4 silos for 4 types of grain that we can store. And 4 types of grain we have to provide. At least 3 types of grain we have to provide for the pigs, and 1 has to be for the horses. So this is why we got 4 of these here. Yeah, so let's go scratch Mr. Charlie behind the ear, because I read that he loves it. And I'm gonna sign off. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you each and every one of you that stayed throughout the whole series. It ran for 113 episodes, which is a record. I think we've done a lot. The pacing was not quick, but it was steady, I think. And it might be a bit boring in the middle, but I hope it was worth chugging through. So yeah, really, thank you again for watching, and join me on my channel on YouTube. If you haven't yet, please hit subscribe. It's gonna make my heart sing. Every time I see another subscriber join the channel, I'm like, yay! Very happy. It puts a smile on my face. And so yeah, again, thank you all for watching. Hope you had fun, and join me next time on another map, on another adventure. But stay tuned, because I'm gonna show you before and after footage of what we have here. Take care, love you all, and goodbye.
you.